have a good cover for your safety. Now, if I were in Iran, do you think I could be here today talking to you about this? Don't think so. If I were in Saudi Arabia, maybe even if I were in Malaysia, I don't know. There are gay activists in Malaysia, but it's quite difficult. In some countries, because of religion, maybe in the 90s when Lech Walesa was very big, would be very difficult in Poland to stand up and say you're a gay activist and you wanted to change things. I don't think that would have been easy at all. In Russia today, you know, the communists were against religion, and religion was sort of virtually dying out, but with Mr. Putin coming back, religion has become much more important, and the Russian Orthodox Church takes a stance very similar to the Roman Catholic Church. And so in Russia, you know, they arrest and they harass, and you won't believe this, but policemen put their boots on people protesting in Red Square. They knuckle them, they knee them, and they put their boot on them. I know that would never happen in Australia, of course, but that's what happens in Red Square. So you've got to, as it were, adapt your position and your persuasion to the environment you live in. You've got to have a good cover. Fifthly, you've got to have some backup in your life. Now, I've had terrific backup. I mean, we've gone to so many marriages and they've all broken down. The confetti was thrown, the love and all the lovely songs were sung, and the people looked so glorious. The children came along, and most of them have collapsed, and we are still going strong. So you've got to be lucky. I tell you, we've got to be careful talking about this issue, because some people, especially some gay people, maybe some straight people, they don't want to have a long relationship. They think that's boring. But if you have it, I can tell you it's a wonderful thing. 44 years is a long time, but it just seems like a fleeting eye blink. And you've got to be lucky. My partner is my unpaid research assistant, and he's a great reader. And I had to give the Gandhi lecture in honour of Mahatma Gandhi recently, and it's on the web. It's a wonderful lecture. And talk about a leader, I mean, that really was a leader. He was playful, he was vivid, he was irritating, he upset his followers, he was unpredictable, but he was generous-spirited, and he was kind, and he was probably bisexual. A wonderful man. Read my Gandhi lecture. I mean, it's on the web, University of New South Wales, in January. Anyway, you've got to have a good partner. Johan found a book about Gandhi, a new book on his life, which has a section based upon letters which the Mahatma wrote in the 1909 to 1950 to a man named Hermann Kallenbach, a German Jew. And Kallenbach destroyed his Gandhi destroyed the letters he got from Kallenbach, but Kallenbach kept every one of the letters from Gandhi. They're all written in his spidery handwriting in English, and he refers to their relationship. So you've got to be lucky with a partner, and my partner found this, and he also found other books, and I referred to them. He complains that I didn't give due credit. This may be an academic offence, that I didn't say my partner turned up these books. I mean, it might even be a case of well, it's not plagiarism because he didn't write the books, but you've got to get somebody who is a good research assistant if you can. Sixthly, you've got to have good outreach. You've got to forgive your enemies. you've got to reach out to your opponents. And that's a very important aspect of the issue of persuasion. For example, when a certain senator attacked me in the Senate in 2002 and based his attack on totally false information, and when he subsequently stood up in the Senate and apologised, I accepted his apology. It's very important to accept and reach out to your opponents, I think. In that magnificent book which I've written, which you've all got to buy, I keep this book like all very valuable things in my trousers. Here it is, this masterpiece. I mean, it's only $20 and it's competing with Lazarus Rising in the bestseller list.